Gather round, adventurers. Get ready to discover if friendship is truly the strongest shield in the Three Brave Bullocks and the Tricky Lion.
In a wide, sunny field, three good friends lived: Barnaby, Clover, and Dusty, the cheerful bullocks. Barnaby was the big, sturdy one with the caramel brown coat and strong horns. Clover wore a creamy white coat with playful black spots, always gentle and kind. Little Dusty, with his sleek, dark gray coat, was the smallest and often the most curious. They loved to eat the sweet, green grass together, close enough to feel each other's warm breath. Always sticking together, they were a picture of happiness under the big blue sky, enjoying their peaceful days. But their peace was often interrupted by Leo the lion, a magnificent creature with a golden mane. Leo would often sneak to the edge of the field, his amber eyes gleaming with hunger. He was much larger and stronger than any single bullock. He would watch from afar, his stomach rumbling, thinking of a delicious meal. Often he would secretly lick his chops, imagining catching one of them. However, whenever Leo tried to pounce, the three bullocks would bravely stand shoulder to shoulder. Barnaby, Clover, and Dusty formed a formidable wall of horns, snorting bravely at the approaching danger. Their combined strength and courage always drove Leo off. He simply couldn't face all three of them at once. The lion would retreat, grumbling, knowing he was no match for their teamwork, feeling a pang of frustration. Leo hated to give up on such a grand feast. Day after day, he haunted the field's edges, even when his chances were slim. It was hard for the hungry lion to ignore the sight of such plump, tasty bullocks. He hoped that one day something would change, creating the perfect opportunity for him to finally get his meal. He patiently waited, his hunger a constant ache, never truly leaving the field. Then, a sad day dawned in the sunny field, for the three friends had a terrible quarrel. It started over something small. Who got to eat the juiciest patch of clover? Barnaby declared it was his. Clover insisted it was hers, and Dusty just pushed in, wanting a bite. Loud snorts and stubborn stares filled the air between them. Their usual cheerful munching was replaced by grumpy silences and angry huffs, a stark contrast to their usual camaraderie. Barnaby shook his mighty head and stomped a hoof, declaring he would graze alone. Clover, feeling hurt, turned her back and walked to the far side of the field. Dusty, feeling left out and a bit cross, trotted to another corner, just as far away as he could possibly get. Their friendship, once a strong, invisible rope, had suddenly snapped. Each bullock stood alone, feeling distant and a little bit sad. Meanwhile, unaware of their petty fight, Leo the lion came again to watch the bullocks. He slunk low through the tall grass, his tawny fur a perfect camouflage. When he finally peered into the field, a gasp of surprise escaped him. Instead of a strong, unified front, he saw three separate, lonely shapes, each in their own corner. A slow, wide grin spread across his face as he observed his newfound opportunity. With a triumphant roar, Leo lunged towards Dusty, the smallest bullock, who was grazing all by himself. Poor Dusty, startled and alone, had no one to help him. He let out a frightened sound, but it was too late. Leo seized him quickly, feeling a surge of satisfaction. The brave little bullock, without his friends, stood no chance against the mighty lion. The field, which once felt safe, now seemed dangerous and lonely. Next, Leo turned his attention to Clover, observing her alone on the opposite side of the field. She stood sadly, missing her friends, feeling a deep pang of regret for their argument. Her gentle brown eyes, usually so bright, now held a look of fear. Without Barnaby or Dusty by her side, she felt small and vulnerable. Leo, powerful and cunning, saw his easy victory approaching once more. Finally, Leo faced Barnaby, the strongest of the bullocks, but now completely alone. Barnaby, though large and brave, was no match for the cunning lion by himself. He stood his ground as best he could, but his heart was heavy with sorrow and regret. He wished he had never quarreled with his friends, realizing too late the terrible mistake they had made. The once unbreakable trio was now scattered, each falling victim to the lion's renewed strength. This sad tale teaches us a very important lesson about friendship and working together. Just like Barnaby, Clover, and Dusty, when we stick together and help each other, we are strong and safe. Arguments can sometimes make us feel distant and weak, just as the bullocks became vulnerable when they quarreled. Remember, it's always better to be a team, because united we stand, divided we fall.
Ever dreamed of being the hero? Now you get to be the star. Your adventure starts at TalesMio. Visit talesmio.com now.